Namaste and welcome to Sutra Network, your trusted link to news, views, and stories that matter. Here we'll untangle the threads of today's biggest headlines and deeper issues. Two senior advisors to former US President Donald Trump, Peter Navarro and Kevin Hassett, have strongly criticized India for continuing to buy Russian oil amid the Ukraine war, warning that this stance could damage US-India relations. In an interview, Navarro, Trump's former trade advisor, controversially blamed Prime Minister Narendra Modi for prolonging the conflict, even calling it Modi's war. When corrected that Russia had started the war, Navarro doubled down, accusing India of arrogance, insisting that American taxpayers were effectively subsiding the conflict through India's purchases. He also criticized India for warming ties with China. The remarks come as Trump reimposed tariffs on multiple trading partners, citing a national emergency. India now faces a total of 50% tariff, additional penalty for its Russian oil imports. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent admitted relations with New Delhi were complicated but remained optimistic the two countries would eventually align. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi reiterated his commitment to farmers and small businesses, calling on India to embrace swadeshi products. He urged shopkeepers to proudly display signs saying they sell only made in India goods, stressing that national interests would not be compromised. Tariffs and blame are unlikely to work. They risk pushing India closer to Russia or China. A more pragmatic approach would be for the US to engage India through incentives and diplomacy rather than public criticism. Modi's Swadeshi push shows that India would easily bow to external pressure. Israeli forces raided a former Syrian military base near Kish, outside Damascus, after 2 days of airstrikes that killed several Syrian soldiers. According to state media, Syria's foreign minister condemned the strikes as violations of sovereignty, while reports suggested the site housed Hezbollah weapons. The UK-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said the raid marked Israel's first ground operation in Syria since President Assad's fall during a rebel offensive in December. Syrian officials claimed 8 soldiers were killed, accusing Israel of destabilizing the region. Israel has carried out frequent strikes in Syria to block Iran-backed groups from entrenching near its border and to protect Syria's Druze minority. Closely linked to Israel's Druze community, recently violence in Syria, including Druze and Bedouin groups, has heightened tensions, with Israel expanding its presence in southern Syria under a self-declared demilitarized zone. Israel's raid near Damascus shows its determination to block Hezbollah and Iran, but crossing into ground operations risks deeper entanglement in Syria's war. Syria's sovereignty claims are valid, yet its reliance on Iran fuel Israel's security fears. Without diplomacy, these clashes risk spiraling into wider conflict. Around 20 colleges in Delhi, including Jesus and Mary College, received bomb threat emails on Wednesday, which police later declared a hoax. Investigators suspect the sender used a VPN. The incident follows a spate of similar hoax threats targeting schools in the capital. Last week, a Dwarka school received a bomb threat email, prompting police and fire teams to conduct searches. In recent months, several schools, including BGS International and Indraprastha International in Dwarka and Andhra Education Society in Prasad Nagar, have faced such threats. Principals reported emails warning of bombs and bloodshed, leading to evacuations and precautionary measures. Police also said over 50 schools in Delhi NCR received threatening emails on August 20 from a group calling itself Terrorizers 111, which demanded ransom in cryptocurrency and claimed to have planted explosives. All threats were declared hoaxes after searches. These hoaxes continue because they achieve short-term disruption. Schools evacuate, parents panic, police resources get diverted, while the perpetrators remain hidden. Until there are strong cybercrime crackdowns and real consequences for those behind such threats, copycat incidents will likely continue. At least 4 people, including 2 children, were killed and 24 injured after Russia launched a large-scale overnight assault on Kyiv early Thursday. Ukrainian officials said Interior Minister Tayor Klimenko confirmed the casualties, while Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko described the strike as massive attack that caused damage in several districts, including Donetsk, Dniprovsky, and Severodvinsk. A kindergarten caught the fire during the strikes, according to local authorities. Reporters in the capital described powerful explosions, with Ukrainian air defenses firing trader rounds to intercept incoming drones and missiles. Explosions were also reported in Sumy, Dnipro, and Zaporizhia, while citizens across Ukraine were ordered to seek shelter, prompting nationwide air raid alerts. This latest barrage underscores Moscow's strategy of targeting civilian infrastructure and urban centers to break Ukrainian morale. Even as Kyiv presses Western allies for more air defense systems, the strikes also serve as a show of force by Russia amid ongoing debates in Europe and the US over sustaining long-term military aid to Ukraine. By hitting the capital directly, Russia signals both defiance of Western pressure and an attempt to test Ukraine's defenses ahead of winter when energy facilities become critical. Rumors of a feud between Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds on the set of Avengers Doomsday have been denied by an insider. Reports had claimed the two stars refused to film together, but sources told People there is zero bad blood and that the actors have not even met in person. In fact, Reynolds has yet to join the production. Currently filming, Avengers Doomsday is the MCU's first Avengers film since Endgame and will launch Phase 6. Directed by Joey and Anthony Russo, it is set for release on December 18, 2026. The film will reportedly focus on Doctor Doom and his multiverse army, bringing him into conflict with the Avengers, X-Men, and Fantastic Four. The movie will focus on Doctor Doom and his multiverse army. Doom's motivation and plans are a mystery, but we do know that it will bring him into direct conflict with the Avengers, X-Men, and the Fantastic Four. The movie will be set to release worldwide on December 18, 2026. Lionel Messi struck twice late as the Inter Miami rallied past Orlando City 3-1 to reach the League's Cup final on Wednesday. Returning from a thigh injury that sidelined him for 2 matches, Messi equalized from the penalty spot in the 77th minute before finishing a neat move and Jordi Alba in the 88th. Telesco Segovia added a stoppage time goal to seal Miami's place in Sunday's final, where they will face either LA Galaxy or Seattle Sounders. Orlando had taken the lead just before halftime through Marco Paslic, whose strike was upheld by VAR despite handball appeals. When David Bracklow received the second yellow card for fouling substitute Tadeu Allen, setting the stage for Messi's comeback heroics. Miami, who won the tournament last year in Messi's debut season, are now eyeing back-to-back titles. Orlando, winners of both previous meetings this season, will play in the third-place playoff, with the top 3 finishers qualifying for the 2026 CONCACAF Championship. Nvidia reported $46.7 billion in revenue for the second quarter of 2025, up 56% year-on-year, driven by soaring demand for AI chips from firms like Meta and OpenAI. CEO Jensen Huang said AI spending by major tech companies has doubled to $600 billion annually, calling the surge the AI race. Data center revenue also rose 56% to $41.1 billion, though slightly below expectations. Nvidia forecast Q3 revenue of $54 billion, topping Wall Street estimates. The company became the world's $4 trillion firm in July. However, Nvidia remains caught in US-China trade tensions after lobbying. It resumed sales of its S20 AI chips to China, though shipments have yet to begin amid new US license reviews. Nvidia is also seeking approval to sell its next-generation Blackwell chips in China, its largest market, even as US restrictions fuel Beijing's push for domestic chipmaking. Analysts warn Nvidia faces rising competition but remains the bellwether of the AI economy. Hangzhou, the Chinese city home to AI firm DeepSeek, has made artificial intelligence education compulsory in primary and secondary schools. From the new semester, students must complete 10 hours of AI classes annually, with schools given flexibility to teach AI as a separate subject, integrated into IT or science, or included in after-school programs. According to guidelines released by the city's Education Bureau, younger students will be introduced to AI applications and devices, while by grades 3-4, they will use AI tools for projects. Middle school will focus on data preparation and algorithms, and the high school will emphasize AI design through hands-on projects. At every stage, ethical use and privacy will be stressed. With a population of 8 million, Hangzhou is positioning itself as an innovation hub, boosted by DeepSeek's rise as a rival to ChatGPT. Police recovered a large cache of arms and ammunition in Manipur's Kangpokpi district during operations in Maohing, Changobang and Kodzim villages. Police said on Thursday. Seized items include rifles, pistols, machine guns, grenades, mortars, and radio sets. Meanwhile, a man named V. Shiva alias Ishwa Pandey was arrested from the border town of More in Tangupal district for his involvement in the extortion of truckers and commercial establishments, smuggling and supplying arms to militants. 2 militants were also apprehended in the state during the last 24 hours. A video of a young boy riding a horse to school has gone viral on social media. First shared on Instagram, the clip has the boy in his school uniform riding through the West Khasi Hills district in Meghalaya. In the video, captured from inside a passing car, the boy rides the horse casually with a school bag on his back, while a black dog trots alongside him. At one point, the horse is seen galloping with the dog running behind, and in other scenes, the boy is riding through the scenic hills of Meghalaya as he makes his way to school. The video also caught the attention of Nagaland Tourism Minister Temjim Emna. He shared the clip on his X account with the caption, "Northeast is not for beginners, probably the coolest kid in the school." The clip soon went viral on social media. Scientists have discovered a bizarre armored dinosaur in Morocco named Spigomelus afer, dating back 165 million years, belonging to the ankylosaur group. It had meter-long spikes fused directly to its bones, unlikely any other animal. Experts describe it as punk rocker of dinosaurs with spikes, a bony neck collar, and a possible tail weapon. The find challenges previous ideas about ankylosaur evolution, suggesting they begin with elaborate armor in the Jurassic Park, which later became simpler and more functional in the Cretaceous. In the predators like T-Rex emerged. Researchers estimate the dinosaur was around 4 meters long, 1 meter tall, and weighed 2 tons. We believe your spiritual journey should be as meaningful as the destination themselves. For over 10 years, we have been connecting devotees with India's most sacred places, including Ayodhya, Kashi, Mathura. Our expert guides, inspired by the Ramayana and other ancient texts, ensure an authentic and deeply fulfilling experience. We have successfully guided over 15,000 happy devotees on more than 500 pilgrimages to over 120 destinations, making your journey comfortable, affordable, and rich with spiritual essence. With our fast, reliable, and affordable rides, your only focus is your devotion. Let Ramayana Club make your pilgrimage a cherished memory. For more information, please visit our website.